This is the Mad Catz Turbo Controller for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. As you can see, it's slightly larger than the original SNES controller, but pretty much everything is there, and then some. An initial look, it looks similar to the Sega Genesis 6-button controller in the front. What sets it apart is that this has shoulder buttons. The raised D-pad makes for easy fighting games, and as you can see in the front face, there are switches everywhere. It's very solid, very nicely built, solid plastic. The only exception is that if you find a transparent one, stay away. That one cracks and breaks easily. The 6-button layout makes for easier reach, especially for fighting games. You know, if you're playing Street Fighter, these are a lifesaver. Now, the way it's laid out, it's just like the Sega Genesis controller, just like on arcade stick as well. For traditionalists, it retains the shoulder buttons. Now, if you're used to playing Street Fighter or any other game that has, you know, the shoulder buttons, you can still use those instead. The front face here, you have switches galore, like I said earlier. Now, if you raise the switch up to this first setting right here, that allows for turbo fire. Turbo fire, continuous shots. So pretty much, rather than button mashing like this, you can just hold it down, and you know, it'll just keep doing what you want it to do. Now, if you raise it all the way up, that's auto fire. So you can just pretty much relax your right thumb if you want to, and just move around while, you know, the game plays automatically. Your only job is to dodge. That's it. What makes that useful is one, fighting games. If you want to spam any of the buttons, you can, and two, shooters. You can just lazily play if you want to. The D-pad, by comparison, it's much larger, and like I said earlier, very useful for fighting games, especially if you want to get the button combination right. But after prolonged use, you're going to end up with calluses on your thumb, and that's not fun at all. See how raised and sharp that is? Yeah, that'll hurt after a long while. Now, the switches on this thing, they're great and all, they're very smooth, but after prolonged use and, you know, no maintenance, this happens. See that? It's very hard just to get it back to the off position. Now, this one, it says high frequency, but it's actually the same thing as this. It's actually a later model. It says high frequency, but it's pretty much the same. Now, another thing that gets annoying is that if you're playing two-player games, and, you know, each of you have turbos on, somebody's bound to spam either low punch, low kick at you, and, you know, that gets annoying. The slow motion function right here, I gotta say, it's utterly useless. Switch it to 1, you hold down start, now continuously pause the game, and that's useless. Set it to 2, it does that automatically, and that is completely useless as well. In a fighting game, you know, like in Street Fighter, it'll just keep pausing, go back, pause, go back, pause. You can barely do anything with it. I mean, sure, it's functional, but all it does is pauses the game over and over. And, you know, with that kind of audio, you don't want to hear that all the freaking time. Now, this controller, as far as I can tell, is very rare. It's very hard to find. You could Google this controller and find very little results. You could check the Mad Catz website, you won't even find it, because anything before PlayStation 1, they won't have accessories listed for it. But, you know, on rare occasion, if you check eBay, you can probably find one or two. That's how my brother and I got to find these. a lot of people, they sell them, but they don't realize the real value of these controllers. They went about $25 when they came out, and people are just selling them for about $5, and these are a godsend for 16-bit SNES fighting games and such. But you know, $5, that's a steal. So if you find one, get it.